and we are ready to rock and roll. I created this short video for you to bring you up to speed as to where we are on the Craigslist national posting bot. I recorded a copy of this earlier and actually used the wrong mic, so I decided just to re-record it so I could be a little bit clearer and show you where we're at and what we're looking to accomplish here. So first things first, the way that I set this up, it has to be in a folder-based system. We're going to build on the server the same folder system so that it can draw files from the same places consistently over and over again without having to upload the files to the program. So the way that I did this is with the main folder named live, and mine has a lot more stuff in it, but I'm just going to use live on your server. Then we'll go to a folder named bots, which is where we'll have all the different kinds of bots that we built for the different networks. But for this particular instance, we're going to click on the Craigslist folder and then the Craigslist National Posting Bot folder. As you see, I've got this broken up into different segments. These are the different companies or names or folders for specific information for these companies. So I'll use legends as an example. So this will be for stock legends. And the way that this is broken up is into three categories: random image to post, random posts to post, and random titles for post. And I already created sub bots, what I like to call them. I create these scripts in a fashion like a military ranks and commands or like a Fortune 500 company. So there's mini bots that actually update these files based on whenever we want to switch them out. So the first one, for example, is random image to post. When we post on Craigslist, we want to upload an image. The reason why is we can put a lot of the custom content that we want in order to drive the end user to a specific place in an image without having to actually put it in the post. So something like this, for example, here's the image that I have over and over again. Alright, stock legends, sign up for SMS stock alerts, text stock legends to 99,000 now. Now the way Craigslist works is if you have specific content in a post that's similar in more than one city, they'll immediately delete them all. So if I had like one paragraph written, let me just grab one here. If I had one paragraph written, like this for example, and I'll put on word wrap so it's a little bit easier to see, like this. Okay, if I have this written and everything is different in every single post except for this one line, text stock legends to 99,000 now, all of them would get flagged. So using the images to do the real marketing, either to the website or to get them to text somewhere or whatever the final outcome is, hiding that in the image makes it non-readable by the bots that flag on Craigslist. So we want to use images just like this to have a call to action so we can immediately drive the traffic where we want to drive them. So with that being said, let me go back in here. I created a bot that creates images. Okay, it creates 100 different images, whatever we want. So legends add 0 through 100, as you see on the bottom, or 99. What this does is it gives the image a different file name, so Craigslist won't recognize it. If we also went to every single city in the country, but every single image that we uploaded was legends add 0.jpg, they'd catch on to it and they'd flag them all. So everything has to be different. So even though the images are exactly the same, in the eyes of the beholder, they're different. Okay, so we use techniques like this to kind of shadow our underlying intentions, which is to hardcore spam Craigslist in every single city across the country and make a ton of money because nobody else can do it. Hoorah. Alright, so okay, so anyways, we're going to use a folder system just like this on your server. Okay, random titles, same thing. Now these titles are all unique. So these titles are actually spun, and so is the content. So I have 100 unique titles. For example, here's the one title. This is title number 2. Here's title number 3. And here's title number 4. So even though these titles are all similar in nature, and again, they're not the best written titles, I just threw this together just to be able to run the system, make sure it works. But you know, title number 2, we all know you would like to bring in profits. You've always desired on the side trading OTC stocks. We know you want to bring in the profits you've always wished was yours on the side trading the markets. It is easy to see why you wish to bring in the source of income you have always wished you had on the side trading world stocks. So you see how they're all similar, but they're all different. Okay, so as we start to really hit these cities hard, we're going to want to make sure that we're continuously spinning what's called spun content. And I write this content and put it into the program in a context that looks similar to this. I would, okay, and then like would be the spun content. So I would add this and go like, one of these straight up and down things, love, straight up and down, I would like, love, enjoy, I would like, love, enjoy, appreciate, different words like this that mean the same thing. Appreciate the time to show you how to make some money. I would like, so it would spin it, one would, I would like the time, or it would say I would love the time. Using these kinds of variables, we can create content that can be used over and over again but be unique in itself. So each one of these titles are different, and I'll set the same thing up in your specific folder here or here, so that you have the same type of system. It's easy to do. I created bots that actually do the filing part, so it's fairly quick as well once the content's written. So anyways, with that being said, that's the file system. Okay, and here's the bot. Now this is still in the developer interface right here. See, this is all the code. There's like miles of code. I'm over 100 hours into this bot right here, but I wanted to make sure I put in the time and effort to get this done so we can reach our goals and continue on into the setting sunlight. So I'll go back to node view. This is going to be a little bit easier for you to understand. Again, this script isn't 100% right now. This is a huge monster script. I can guarantee you there's nothing else like it out there. So there's a lot of developing here. Lots of people have tried to do this and failed. So this isn't an easy task at all. So to kind of explain to you, the way that the program looks is just this right side right here. So all this header and stuff on the left is just my developer side for actually building it. I've got drop downs that make it easy. So the type of posting to post on Craigslist, service offered. For the first term we'll do service offered, and we'll do small biz ads. And the folder name, as I showed earlier, I'm going to be working out of the legends folder. So we just type the folder name here, and if it's a job offered or if it doesn't apply, you can choose this. I'll have these all configured depending on what section you want to try and hit in Craigslist. This can also give us the ability to change our direction. We can do one ad to try and get consumers. We can get another ad to try and get salespeople to get consumers. So we can kind of change our techniques and tactics and track the analytics on what's successful and what isn't. But anyways, okay, so these are basically all the scripts that I use to build it. There's quite a bit here. This is a huge script, but I'll minimize them to make it a little bit easier to understand. And it's not perfect. I've got another maybe 10 or 12 hours of work to do on this, just to kind of go through and check potential errors. So just to show you how this works here, the way that I put this together, and when I developed this originally, I developed it on multi-screens. So now I'm trying to record. I can only record on one screen, so I might have to help the bot actually switch through the windows. And this is something I'll have to add into the script afterwards. It's really easy to do. I just haven't done it yet. So for now, let's kind of keep these like this. So we're going to do services offered, small business ad, legends. We'll go ahead and run it. I might have to stop it and correct a thing or two here and there, or explain to you exactly what it's doing. But okay, so I'll click run. Alright, first thing it's doing, it's going to grab this proxy switcher program here. This is a really good program because it gives us the ability to utilize SOCKS 4 and SOCKS 5 proxies as if you would utilize a normal HTTP proxy. So right now it's going to scan for new proxy servers located in a specific country. Now what we're going to do is we can use this to target the United States, but keep in mind there's also Craigslist International. So this is going to work on Craigslist International as well. The same exact script, nothing will have to be modified. So if we want to open it up to India, rather than doing the search for the proxies in the United States, we would just put in, one sec here. Sorry, my Skype's ringing. We would just put in India in the top hand part and search India. So this can all be customized. The script's already capable of working on an international basis. The only thing that we might want to add if we want to go on an international basis, we'd have to take a look at the current posts there and whether or not Craigslist is popular and whether or not it's in English. So if we want to actually translate the posts into an alternate language, we could have that added pretty easily as a step. So we would just add like another if statement, if it's not in the United States, then copy the company name or country name, and then we would have a translation tool that we would use to go and translate that content and then post it. So it's actually pretty easy to add. So right now what it's doing is it's fetching fresh proxies. It's doing a huge scan. There's a much larger proxy server that I'm eventually going to incorporate with this. It's the NIX server. We bought it. It was very expensive, but it takes a lot of configuring, and it runs primarily, the complete GUI version runs on Linux servers. All of ours are Windows Server 2008 as well as the remote. So it's a little bit of work, and it's going to need a little bit of money. We need a PHP developer to design the interface, which is going to run us a couple $1,000s. But eventually it's definitely going to be worth it, so we can get much larger scale proxies and much better proxies. But for now, this is the quick fix. Okay, so alright, that was actually an error. Hold on one sec here. Let me stop this. Okay, so that should have searched for United States, not Tanzania. So what I'm going to do is, since I know the count is right, let me see, define proxy switch and check. Okay, so let me fix this real quick here. Sorry guys, bear with me. Okay. Okay, text, United States. Hold on one sec here, guys. Let me just find out exactly where I'm at on it. Okay. Let me just run through this again real quick so I can figure out what the count is here. Okay, so what happened here is there's a drop down. It actually clicked the drop down. It was supposed to choose United States. Instead it chose the country of United whatever, Tanzania. So the way that I have it configured is to click the drop down and then press the down button a certain number of times and then enter. So what happened is the script actually ran too fast. So it ran so fast that it like misguided the United States and the count of the drop down. So I've got to add a 1 second wait in that loop. Let me just get this up real quick and I'll fix that. So anyways, this is a complete self-serve system. So this is something that we're going to be able to run. It's going to first scan for the fresh proxies in the United States where we want them. Then it will load the proxies, test them, and find out whether or not the anonymity level is tight enough for us to use on Craigslist. We need a level 1 anonymous rated proxy. There's like 3 or 4 levels of anonymity. The level 1 anonymity is the most rare. It's maybe 1 out of 1,000 proxies at best, maybe 1 out of every 10,000. They're a lot tougher to scan for, but the proxy is so clean that they can't read your HTTP headers or anything. So you're 100% from the website's point of view working on the computer for the IP that you're using. Okay, so right here is the drop down. So what we need here is, let me do U and then 1, 2, 3, 4, U and then 4. Okay, so let me see this. Alright, so let me just find this place in the script. Okay, here we go, U and then 4. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to add a quick wait here for 1 second. This should fix it. Slow it down a little bit there. Alright, so okay, I'm going to run this again. Sorry about that. Okay, so it's going to do the same thing as before. Pulls up the proxy platform. Oops. Okay, hold on 1 second here. Stop this. It's still running the task from before. Let me actually control it. Close this. Okay, let that close up. Let's see here. And I've already got this Proxy Switcher Pro license and everything, so I'll just add that to the server. Okay, so let me close this. Alright, and let's rerun this real quick. Okay, same thing as before. Loads up the program, maximizes the window to make sure that all of the measurement elements are similar, or exactly the same every time. Now it's going to search for new servers in a specific country. So we're going to search the United States. That's what we're interested in posting right now. It's going to take a couple minutes. And this is great because this will run automated. It'll stay fresh. You know, this is a pretty good system. We're going to want to step up to the larger proxy-based system as we start to really utilize this. We're going to want to speed up the process, use more proxies, run more threads, so that we can have 5 or 6 instances of this going at a time, posting in different cities, drawing from a much larger proxy pool. But for now, this is fine. This is exactly what we need. So it's fetching some clean proxies. We'll watch this take shape here. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video, so I'll stick my head out this door here and get a little bit of fresh air while it's running. As you can see, it's actually finding a lot of proxy servers here. We've got 258,000. Okay, so now it's asking for the country. This is where it got messed up before. So you should click the drop down. Since the proxy scans vary in time, right now it seems like it's just sitting there and not doing anything, but it's actually giving it the maximum amount of allocated time. So it's going to sit and wait until it gets that step. Okay, so now it's going to choose United States right there. It's going to click next. We're only interested in specific United States-based SOCKS 4 and 5 proxies right now. Even though the Craigslist is capable of posting worldwide, we might have to incorporate that translation tool to make sure that the content's readable for that specific community. Even the images, we can put translated content in the images as well. Okay, so we'll give this a little bit of time to run here. Actually, since we already have so many, what I'll do is I'll just cancel this particular part. We've already got enough servers here. We don't want too many. I'll let the script catch up and it'll go to the next step. So typically, this is on my home system, so I'm using these IPs for a lot of different things. So I've got a few 100,000 in the pool, so I don't want to have too many more. it really starts to slow down the program. But the way that it's going to run is it's going to fetch 100 proxy servers at a time. So the average out of 100 that are good with an SSL connection are 10 to 15. So since we're only using one per loop, it's fine. We'll pull 10 or 15. We'll use one new proxy and do that loop for that Craigslist. Then we'll come back and we'll fish again for a new pool. So this part of the script I think is a 2-minute wait. So I'll wait here for a minute for the script to catch up, and then it should go into the basic anonymity folder. I'm kind of watching it run from about 15 or 20 feet away here, so I'll give you the play-by-play. You know what this feature is going to give us the capabilities for is to be able to reach a direct market consistently, daily, without having to ever do the work. It's a one-click thing. This is a script, since it does use the mouse, you know, on desktop features as well as the okay, so now it's going into basic anonymity. Since this does use the mouse, we would want to run this in the morning, you know, before we're on there doing new development work, because we wouldn't want to fight with the program for the mouse and keyboard drivers. We could create a shadow environment and log into the administrator account multiple times and then have our own mouse and keyboard drivers, but that's something we'll have to figure out later. Okay, so now it's in the basic anonymity folder. It's typing in the United States in the top search bar if you see, because we only want US. Now it's sorting the proxies. Okay, and it's going to choose a random proxy between the number 1 and number 20. Once it has the proxy and has tested it, you'll see here, I'll kind of move the mouse. Right now it's working on the UBOT program behind us, so then wait for it to choose the next proxy. And okay, so it's going to choose this one at random. Alright, so now if I go back to the script, you can see it's actually going to ipcc.com and checking the anonymity. Now this is high anonymous proxy, that one that we just chose. So that's what we want. We want high anonymous. Now it's going ip to location.com. It's going to check the exact geographic location. So this one's Missouri, Kansas City. So now the bot is scraping the city data, because we're going to use that, and it's going to save it inside of the program. So Missouri, Kansas City is where our current proxy is from. Now it's going to go to hushmail.com, which is an email service. It's going to click sign up. This is where I was having some problems on my computer. Okay, see here. Alright, I'll have to stop this. I got the tunnel failed error on my computer. This wouldn't happen on the servers, but I have an if statement in here to keep trying new proxies if it gets the tunnel failed error. This is an error that has to do with my ISP. Since I'm running this on my home computer, and Frontier just really restricts a lot of things you can do. But on my remote server, I won't have to worry about that, and also, you know, on your servers, whatever, you shouldn't have to worry about that. This is something that I'm seeing on my end. Okay, so let me go to the Hushmail one. I'll just run this step by step. Okay, so sign up for a Hushmail account. Let me go to a direct connection, because it'll work under a direct connection. Okay, so now I'm at hushmail.com. I'm going to sign up for a Hushmail account, so I'll just run this part of the script. So it goes to Hushmail, it clicks sign up for a new account. Okay, it goes to the sign up page. Now this is where it asks for all the information for the sign up. It's going to create a random email address, a new email address. There it is, Heavy Economy 27. I have that drawn from a pool of keywords, like split keywords. I've got an Excel spreadsheet, so it just like combines random words. Heavy Economy 27 creates a passphrase. Now if you see, there's a CAPTCHA here, so it's got to solve the CAPTCHA. So we'll give it about 30 seconds for the robot to solve the CAPTCHA. If it gets it wrong, it'll keep repeating and trying to solve it until it solves it. Okay, so 56634 it said. Okay, yeah, and that looks right, 56634. So now it's going to go down, it's going to check the two boxes, agree to the terms in conditions of Hushmail that we will not spam their nice community or create multiple email addresses. We wouldn't want to do that. Okay, we'll give it a second. It's waiting for the CAPTCHA. Like I said, it should take about 30 seconds. Okay, now it checked the check boxes, agreed to the terms, and it's going to sign up. It clicked the sign up. We're going to wait for the next browser. Okay, now we're here. That sign up for Hushmail is done. The next step in the process for the robot is to sign up for Craigslist. So for this, we're actually going to want to try and get that IP back here. I think it was Missouri. Let me see. Bear with me one sec. Let me just double check this IP because I had to switch it from my home computer. Okay, hi anonymous elite, good. And some of these proxies can be a little bit slow, so give it a second here. Okay, Missouri, Kansas City. Okay, so this was the original proxy. The script is based on using the same proxy because it basically identifies it based on the city of the proxy. So once I get this moved to the server, obviously I won't have to stop it. That's like an immediate fix. So Craigslist sign up. All right, we're going to run the node. All right, we go to bing.com. Oops. Okay, we got a connection error there. Hold on one sec. Okay. Looks like, just double check this. Google Philippines, that's not going to work. Okay, let's see here. Make sure we still got the Missouri proxy up. Okay, hi anonymous elite. That's good. Okay, so we're just having a connection reset problem on this IP. Now we've got if statements built into the program for that, but since I'm doing it piece by piece, I just stopped it. But okay, so we're going to run the node. Okay, we're going to go to Bing. It's going to type in the city of the Craigslist and Craigslist. Okay, it looks like we might have some problems with this proxy and Craigslist. Let me switch it real quick. The program would do this automatically, but since I'm running it the way I am, alright, level 1 anonymous, Missouri, Kansas City. Okay. Alright, let's minimize this. Actually, we'll just put it in the background. Okay, sign up for Craigslist. And this isn't, it's not 100% error proof right now. I still have another day or two's worth of work of going and cleaning issues. So this is an issue that's based on my computer, this connection reset tunnel error I keep getting. My ISP is giving me a hard time with a lot of the stuff. Let me rerun this. Okay, so it's going to go to Bing, Missouri, Kansas City, Craigslist, connection reset. Okay, so now it's going to go to sign up. See, it just had an if statement. Okay, so put in the email, heavy economy 27 at Hushmail. See how we got that error and automatically corrected itself? That's because I've got it built into the script to where if certain errors come up, it automatically corrects itself. This makes it so that if we do get a connection reset or something like that, the script doesn't like go offline and start going haywire and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So now it's going to solve this capture. Now notice it's a capture that has a picture and a word. So boom, we got it 100%. We're using new capture technology that can even get the captures that have the pictures. So you name it, we're in. So now it's going to wait about 30 seconds and it should click create an account. Give it a second to catch up here. Some captures take a little longer to solve, so just to be safe, we put a 30-second pause here to solve the Craigslist capture. Okay, so now it's signed up. Thanks for signing up for a Craigslist account. Okay, so Craigslist account sign up is done. Now we got to go verify the Craigslist email. So we're going to run the verify email hushmail script. Connection failed. Let's see if I got that error if statement in here for this hushmail. I'm pretty sure I do. Not 100% positive. I can go add it real quick. Okay, so this is verify Craigslist. Sign up. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, go to hushmail.com. Alright, my computer just freaked out for a second. Bear with me here. Alright, so hushmail.com, let's run this. Okay, so we got the hushmail. Got here, logged in. Okay, then we got it. So what we're going to do is we're going to add loop while this condition exists. The condition we're going to hope for exists is something went wrong. Okay, then we're going to do loop while something went wrong, wait. We're going to wait 1 second. Then we're going to navigate index.com, wait for let me see, wait for browser event, everything loaded. Okay, so let's see if this fixes our problem. So it's going to keep looping and trying to refresh hushmail until the issue's fixed. Now this might be, this tunnel connection failed is something that I'm getting on my end. Let me just go direct here. We'll get in here. We won't have this problem on the server. Okay, so let me go back down to verify Craigslist sign up email and hushmail. Let me run this. Okay, so it goes to hushmail. It clicks the email, sign in. Okay, it goes here, it does the passphrase, logs in. Now it's going to search for the Craigslist email. It just clicked it. It's going to set a new Craigslist password. There we go. Now it's going to click submit. Now it's also saving the new password in the memory of the program. So every time it runs, it'll remember the new password. Now it's going to delete that email. Clicks all, deletes it, moves to trash. Now there's nothing else in that email. The way that I designed this is that these are all throwaway email accounts and Craigslist accounts. Rather than having a list of accounts and having to try and manage them and figure out which ones are still active, which ones aren't, and all this stuff, we took the best route. It's the hardest route because there's a lot more programming involved, but we're going to go sign up for a brand new email account and a brand new Craigslist account with every city. So it'll guarantee that that post is good, that post posts, and then we just forget about the Craigslist account and email account. When we go to the very next city, we're going to create another one, create another one, create another one. This way we don't, if one Craigslist account gets canned that tries to log in and it's canned, then we have to do a lot of other, processes. It'd be a lot faster that way, but this way is going to be a lot more stable. So now that we verified the Craigslist account, we're going to log in and post to Craigslist. So I'm going to run this node. Full screen this. So it goes Missouri City Craigslist, searches it. There it is, Craigslist, Kansas City, Missouri. So now it's going to click on Kansas City, Missouri, and it's going to post to classifieds. Okay, it's going to agree to the terms because we just signed up. So they got to accept I agree. Now you're going to do a new posting, Kansas City, Missouri. Okay, and it's going to click go. Or it should click go. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Okay, so this is main Craigslist posting. These are some of the kind of error things that I've got to go back and fix. But okay, so it logged in. Okay, no capture. Click offset element. My account. I accept. new posting. Okay, go. This is where we had the problem. So we'll add another wait for 2 seconds here. Okay, click go. We'll change this value. We'll go to type, submit. Let's just test it. Okay, so now it submits it. Alright, it's going to wait for everything to load, the browser event. I'll add another 2 seconds in here because nothing's being slower is better than having a problem. Okay, so now once it gets to this section, now these drop downs, remember when we came here and chose service offered and small biz ads right up here? Well, now what it's going to do, it's going to click the name from the drop down. So we did service offered, so it's going to click service offered. Okay, there it went. It just click service offered. Okay, now if automotive services exists, which is right here, then it knows we're on the right page and it's going to click small biz ads. So let's click small biz ads. It's going to set some of our random variables here. Okay, get these all set up, and I'm just doing it manually by hand now since I stopped the script. Okay, it's going to type text. It's going to pull a random title now from the folder of titles that we created. Okay, there's the random title. Wait 2 seconds. Now it's going to run node. Now it's going to put our city of our proxy, which is Missouri, Kansas City, and that's the Craigslist that we're posting in. Okay, it's going to set these random variables. Read file. Okay, now it's going to read the post that we created, the random posts, and it's going to post that. And there it is. Okay, now it's going to click go. Okay, so now it's asking us, do you want to upload an image? Okay, loop while this exists. Let me see. Okay, cannot be longer. Okay, so I've got some variables in here to correct it. Like if you post is too long, it'll go and automatically delete 5 letters at a time until it's the right size. Okay, so for here, we're going to upload our images. We got those random images 1 through 100. So it automatically uploads it. Now it's going to wait for 20 seconds. So we'll give it a second for the image to come up. Now this is the image where we really want to have our aggressive call to action data, so that the end user knows exactly where to go to get what we're trying to pitch to them. So this is my stock alerts. It's going to wait. Once it's uploaded after 20 seconds, it's going to click continue. Oops, done with images, sorry. Alright, now it's going to wait for the page to change. Okay, here's a copy of our ad. Okay, we should scroll down. Okay, and there's the ad. Everything looks good. Remember, this is all part of the bot. It's all in here. So then we're going to click publish. Wait for everything to finish. Alright, important, further action is required to complete your request. You got to click the link and approve it in the email. So now that's the next script. Verify Craigslist post email in Hushmail. So we're going to go ahead now, run this node. It's going to go to Hushmail. It'll sign in to the email that we created earlier. It'll remember the secondary password. Okay, boom, we're in. Now it's going to click the verification link. So it's going to double click the verification link, and once it has that open, here we go, and the page is loading. Now it's going to go and verify the posting that we just created with for Craigslist under the Heavy Economy 27 account. We'll give this a second to load. So as you can see, I mean, there's a couple areas I have to go back in here and switch, but this is a pretty huge system that we have here. I mean, I've got maybe like 100 hours into this already. I just want to make sure that we got this out of the way first so we can start producing revenues, and from that point, you know, start going after some of the other low-hanging fruit. I think this right here is going to create immediate business, and you know, we'll turn the project green, and from there, you know, we're fine going months into the future. We should have no problem, you know, paying for my contracts monthly with this one script alone, yet alone all the other scripts and tools that we're going to put together. So okay, this is taking a little bit here. Let's find out what's going on. A couple small little tweaks and errors. Verify. You see something? Okay, so it actually had a hard time clicking that. Let me see here. Click. Alright, so we'll change this. Let me go. Okay, so go ahead. It went ahead and it clicked the email. Now it's going to set these other variables. Okay, so right now what it just did is it scraped this link, and now we're going to go and visit the verification link. This is part of verifying the Craigslist account. So right now it's verifying that posting. Okay, now what it's doing here, because I had to switch to my direct connection because that tunnel error, the direct connection here, when we originally signed up for Craigslist, we signed up with the Kansas City proxy. But then when we went into the hush mail, I had that tunnel error, so I put on my original proxy. I forgot to switch it back before I went in here. So it's saying your Craigslist user account requires phone verification to complete the process. That's because I switched the proxy. If I hadn't done that, it would have posted perfectly. I know because I've already run this. So that's pretty much it. You know, minus the tunnel error that I've got on my home ISP. All I've got to do is fix one or two small things on this. You know, kind of clean it up, put a couple more if statements, and then move it over to the server, which will allow me to tunnel with the SOCKS 4 and SOCKS 5 on HTTPS SSL secure domains like this. See HTTPS, this is where I'm having my problem. On the server I won't. It's just because I'm using my home ISP. So anyways, at the end of the bot, it clears everything. So as you can see here, I'll show you real quick. Here's all the data that was stored in the robot from that series. Under the debugger here. Okay, so here's all the data that the program stored. So the very last step, it clears all. It's going to clear everything right back to zero. Boom. Now it's ready for the next loop. It'll go back through like it did at the beginning. It'll pick a new proxy with a new city. It'll go and sign up for everything, and it'll post to that city based on that proxy. So, and it'll basically run all day until we stop it. So we'll have this run for 5 or 6 hours a day, you know, on top of all the rest of the other programs that we've got running. And this is an automated moneymaker. I mean, there's nothing else like this that exists. I can guarantee it. Lots of people have tried to make this, but it's a really complicated system with lots of captures and different sites and everything else. But we've got it figured out here. So yeah, so we're ready to rock and roll. Let's take this thing to the next level. This video is a little shorter, only 42 minutes. So God bless.